Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're streaming live from the top of Plan B. We're at the Willy Street Fair and Parade. Parade starts at 11, but we have some special guests talking about the parade and about the neighborhood in the meantime. This live stream is sponsored by Heartland Credit Union. It's being streamed by Field 59 and being produced by Hinckley Productions. Thanks for joining us. So today, right now, we have Stephanie Rearick. She's the owner, one of the owners at Mother Fools. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for joining us. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how long Mother Fools has been around and what happened recently?
Yes, so Mother Fools has been around since 1994, and then John Hayen and I have owned it since 1995. So we turned 21 this June, or our iteration of it. We got it from wonderful Jean Lister. And just a couple weeks ago, actually, the night of August 21st, in the middle of the night, a car crashed through Mother Fools. So it was a two-car accident, and a car was hit and knocked into Mother Fools, and unfortunately the people were injured, but I think they're okay now. And they also need help. But the car crashed all the way through the front of Mother Fools and caused significant amount of damage. So we've been closed until yesterday. We had our big reopening, and we'll have a grand reopening when the space is finished in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm. And I've noticed that a new graffiti wall went up on the east side of the building. Can
Yes.
you talk about that?
That always every Willy Street Fair, we have a new graffiti wall by a couple of the original artists. But we've had a permission wall there since September 2001.
Okay.
We've always really enjoyed graffiti art, and so the way it works is a couple of graffiti artists just run an open sign up, so it's not juried. People just have to stay within 4 simple rules, and the artwork changes whenever people feel like changing it, which is a wonderful feature of our building. So hopefully more places will offer up permission walls. But every year they first painted it at Willy Street Fair in September of 2001, and so every year they make sure to change it and do something of their own during Willy Street Fair. So we're always excited to host them.
Yeah, great. So can you talk a little bit about the Kickstarter and the response to that after the crash?
Yeah, actually, so right when the crash happened, it was, of course, really scary. We have to bring in money every single day in order to pay our expenses and meet payroll, pay the people who work with us. And so as soon as it happened, we realized we better do something, because we don't, like many small businesses, we don't have reserves. It's pretty hand to mouth in a lot of small businesses. I think people assume otherwise if they know who you are, just like musicians and artists. People assume that if you're doing something that they've heard of, you're making money, but often it's quite the contrary. So anyhow, so we started a GoFundMe campaign the next morning, and we were so completely humbled and thrilled and moved, because we raised over $10,000 in the first day. That was our goal, and then quickly, I think within 3 days, had raised $15,000. So it really set our minds at ease, and we were able to really focus on rebuilding instead of freaking out about if we were going to be sunk, because we really could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really beautiful to see all the people who had contributed. It was people who've been part of Mother Fools since the beginning, some people who've moved away and we haven't seen in years. So that was beautiful. And then our insurance is actually treating us very well, and we expect to recover most of our expenses, or all of our expenses, hopefully. And we've invested a little bit more in redoing and just spiffing up the space, taking advantage of our time being closed. But whatever we have left over after we pay all our expenses and get reimbursed by insurance, we're going to seed a savings pool in the neighborhood as part of our neighborhood mutual aid network. So we've been working for a while on building more of a mutually supportive, cooperative economy, and have been working toward this in the neighborhood already. So we can turn the goodwill from our neighborhood for our recovery fund into a neighborhood recovery fund, so people don't always have to start a GoFundMe campaign right in the midst of a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can do better and start supporting each other more right here at home. So we want to use this opportunity and sort of pay forward all the good wishes that we received from everyone in the neighborhood.
That's great. So who's involved in starting that fund besides you?
Well, it'll be me and John Hayen from Mother Fools, and then we've been working with other partners at the Social Justice Center, like Tenant Resource Center and Madison Community Cooperative and Sanctuary, who are at the Social Justice Center, and Art In has hosted us. We've been exploring creating a mutual aid network for the neighborhood for a while, so we expect to continue to partner with them and see what we can do, make some cool things happen at the Social Justice Center, and have more things going on in the neighborhood where we just build more of a regenerative, cooperative economy.
Mm-hmm. And can you talk about, like, would that have been possible in 1995 when you first bought the store, or has it kind of progressed to that?
Um, a lot of, actually, there's a lot of parallels from 1995 when we first bought the store because we were involved in helping to start Madison Hour's local currency right around then
Oh,
also.
okay.
And everything about having Mother Fools is about the kindness of neighbors. Jean Lister sold it to us under very good terms because she thought we would make it what she wanted in the neighborhood. And our landlord, Joe Kirch, sold us the building under really great terms. So everything about Mother Fools has been based on the kindness of neighbors, and Madison Hour's local currency really helped us early on. We had to do some remodeling, and we were able to pay a lot of Madison Hours to our friend Jeff Scott, who was our carpenter at the time, and he actually just redid our floors again. Yeah, so we paid a lot of Madison Hours to get that remodeling done, which we couldn't have been able to afford otherwise. We've always survived with a lot of barter and sort of like in a gift economy framework, and we just feel everyone should have that opportunity. It's easy for people to see what we have to offer because we have a storefront space and coffee, but everyone has something to offer, and people should be able to sort of exchange their time and talents and gifts without having to be at the mercy of sort of the competitive economy. So we do it with time banking and complementary currencies and savings pools and just sort of being cooperative. So we want to just institutionalize that a little bit more. So it's all been possible. It's just grown up over the years.
I see. Can you talk a little bit about what sets Mother Fools apart from all the other coffee shops in town? Is there anything that, you have a niche on?
Well, I feel like we have a good community space, but we have a great neighborhood, and people have always been there to have gone to interact and really have good conversations and be creative. And we've always hosted a lot of art and music, so we've had live music most Fridays and Saturdays since we've opened, and we always book a wide range of music, experimental and sometimes even classical and rock and roll. And people always assume that you just do folk when you're a coffee house.
Yeah.
And we've always had rotating art shows every month with mostly local artists, and we have our permission wall. So we just really like to focus on the creativity aspect and being a space for people to just to enjoy the neighborhood and make it what they want it to be.
And how did you get into owning a coffee shop? I mean, is it kind of something you always wanted to do? Or
No, not at all.
worked out?
It actually had a lot to do with Jean Lister really thinking that we would carry a vision forward that she had for the neighborhood. So she just made it really easy for us to do, and we kind of fell into it in a very pleasant way.
All right. So we're coming to you live from the top of Plan B. This is Stephanie Rearick from Mother Fools. They're rebuilding. They just reopened after the accident. They just reopened yesterday, and they're going to have a grand reopening.
In a couple of weeks.
couple
Our
weeks.
windows and front door are going to be a couple more weeks, and then we're going to get a beautiful new mosaic by my bandmate in Lady Scissors, Brent George.
Oh, okay. What kind of music does Lady Scissors perform?
It's sort of jangly guitar rock and roll.
Got it. Okay, so thanks for joining us from the top of Plan B. We're going to go down to the street pretty soon. Colleen Hayes is down there, and the balloon arch is going up, as you can see now on the screen. So I believe we're going to jump to Colleen now. All right, so we're not quite ready to broadcast from the street, but as you can see, the balloon arch is going up here on Willy Street. I hope you come down. I know you're probably watching in your pajamas right now on Sunday morning, but hope you come on down to near Willy Street in Patterson. We're on the top of Plan B right now, but the parade's going to go up Patterson towards Spate, make a left on Spate, go down to Orton Park and turn left on Ingersoll, and then back down Willy Street toward Patterson. Hope you join us, lay out a blanket, put out a lawn chair, and enjoy all the people that are participating in the parade. This is one of the last summer festivals of the year. It's kind of sad to say goodbye to summer, but glad we can celebrate with you at the Willy Street Fair this year. Right now we have Stephanie Rearick up here on the top of Plan B. She's one of the co-owners of Mother Fools. What do you enjoy every year about the Willy Street Fair or the parade?
I just love the parade. It's so colorful and creative, and I like that people feel really free to join in. And then I am always partial to the WORT stage at the fair. I like that they have a lot of new and local music. So it just sort of suits my taste. But the whole fair is always a total pleasure every year.
Yeah, so we actually have 5 stages, including the WRT stage. Everything's going to start today about noon after the parade, which is at 11. Come on down, you can get some food, you can get some beverages. We have the main stage in the Plan B lot. We also have the folk stage, which is by Madison Sourdough on Willy Street. The culture stage. The kids stage is in the Heartland Credit Union parking lot, and then we have the WRT underground stage. All the music starts about noon. You can get the whole schedule at willystreetfair.org. So check us out there for the entire schedule. We're going to go back down to the street now with Colleen Hayes. She's the parade organizer, and she's going to have some interviews for you.